So wait, Ken, so you're telling me that there's literally money out here for people to buy a house and they just don't know about it?
Absolutely, absolutely. People don't understand there are ways you can get down payment to purchase a home. You don't have to have 20% down. You don't have to have 2.5% down.
Okay.
We have different ways we can help you to purchase a home. You do not have to wait until you save up to purchase a home.
I love that. I love that. Okay.
Usually what happen, people, if you paying your rent, you have a, stable income. You're working for the past 2 years, you do different things, and but they don't have enough to save to purchase
Right.
a home.
Yes.
So if you can't save 10, 15, $20,000 to put down to purchase your home, yet you're still paying $2,500 a month to pay for your rent, we can come up with ways we can help you with DPA program that we have available. So this is what we're going to be talking about today.
Okay. That's a huge benefit. Okay. Fantastic.
Welcome everybody with Mortgage Up with Ken and Dee. We are excited today to share with you different ways you can get down payment assistant program DPA to help you purchase home. We have different type of DPA available. We have grant available. We have DPA 2 you have to pay back as a second mortgage. But it's a way for you to get in the door to help you to purchase your home instead of renting, because listen, when you rent, you pay the mortgage for the landlord, but when you own, you pay your own rent. Welcome, Dee. How you doing today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. Hey, everybody. We're so excited about this one because honestly, it is a topic that everyone needs to know about. Where's the money to purchase a house? How do I get it? How do I qualify? Ken, lead us through.
Okay, we have this program we call down payment assistance program that we've been using for the past couple of years to help people put money down. A lot of people think it's only the Parameter Hero program or South Carolina Housing down payment assistant, which is very limited to a few what we call retail lender. So we are wholesalers. We are basically get you the best pricing possible because of programs that we have available. So with the down payment assistance program that we have DPA, we have different type. We have grant. It's a down payment assistance program between 2 to 3.5% down that allows you to purchase your home, and that grant basically you don't have to pay that back. We have other, depends on your situation, we can go up to 5%.
Okay.
For the down payment assistance program, which, and you will have to at least have a second mortgage on your home. However, that's just a way for you to get your feet into the door, because you're paying rent for 10, 15, 20 years. When it's time for you to live, you will be lucky if you get your security deposit back. That's a way for people to purchase home.
Wow. Okay, so hold on. When you say grant, does that mean free money? Like they just give it to you?
So basically, that down payment assistance program that we have between 2 to 3.5% with one of our preferred lenders is a grant. Basically, it's a down payment assistance program that is forgivable the day of closing. After you close, you don't have to pay that back. It's your money. So basically, that lender, we've been doing a few of them, not one. If we don't want to name anybody, but we have helped many people to purchase their home using that program. That's why we're trying to educate people about that program.
That is fantastic. So you can get almost about like $9,000 towards buying a home, and essentially you may not have to pay it back.
Yes, that's exactly right. You can basically get the grant and you don't have to pay that back.
Okay.
It's you don't have to.
Okay.
And the other option that we have for those that do not qualify for that part is the DPA repayable. The DPA repayable is the one that you have a small second mortgage, but it can go up to 5%. So if you have no money at all, so what that 5% DPA due for you. You have 2.5% down, and then you have 1.5% use you can use for closing costs. So this program, I've used it myself for the people, and it is a great program. And no matter what you hear out there, what your uncle, your aunt told you about buying a home, it is possible you can buy a home even if you don't have money to put down.
So why doesn't everyone know about this, honestly?
Couple of things. One thing that I've learned, when you think that everybody would have access to information, even in this day and age, that's not true. That's why we take time to educate people so they know what is available for them. They don't have to wait to save up while they're paying rent. If you're paying more than what you're supposed to, I have one of my clients, she was paying $2,700 a month. And we get her a home. Now she's paying $2,400 a month. So basically, you save $300 on a monthly basis because you use your credit, your work history, your income to basically own your home. You're paying yourself rent instead of paying the landlord mortgage.
Wonderful. Okay. So I've heard people say you always pay for it somewhere. Explain that to me.
Okay, the non-repayable DPA, you don't pay for it anywhere.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I have people that have done it. They, after 6 months, they do refinance, streamline refinance, or we can do written term and basically refinance at lower rate. The only difference between when you have your down payment and when you don't have it is like the interest rate is slightly higher than you would get if you had your own down payment. So if it's non-repayable, you don't have to pay back. So the repayable DPA, that's the one that you have a second lien on the excuse me, on the home where you have to pay that back with a small second mortgage on that home. So regardless, listen, if your goal is to own a home and you don't know how because you don't have 10, 15, $20,000 saved up, that's the best way. That's the best way to start.
Right. Awesome. I love that. Making it accessible for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the profession thing. Do you have to be part of a certain profession to qualify? First-time home buyers. What are some of the categories of people that do qualify?
You don't have to be in any type of profession. You can be anybody as long as you, for the DPA program, as long as you FHA qualified, you are qualified. One of the things is very easy to qualify for it. Most of them require 620 credit score.
Okay.
And for the repayable 5%, some of them depends on which lender can go up to 660, 640. But 620 is the bare minimum to have the grant program. And it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. It's like any other FHA loan, except you have a grant to put down on your home instead of waiting to save $10, $15, $20,000 to put down.
Wonderful. So I'm glad you mentioned credit score because a lot of people are kind of nervous about that, So let's talk about, you described maybe like half the people watching this video right now. So you could be a regular buyer buying a house in a certain neighborhood. Does that alone, could it qualify you for a grant?
It doesn't matter where you're buying. There is no limit on the price of their home. As long as it fits within the FHA limit, you can buy and get the down payment assistance program. There's no, we go up to 140% of the median income in the area. Let's say, for example, if you're in Charleston, it is $100,000, for example, just put numbers out there. Even if you make $140,000, you would qualify for the DPA program, the grant program.
That's huge. That's huge. That helps so many people, I feel like. So you could literally buy a home with zero out of pocket for down payment. That's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
That's wild. Okay. That's why I do this work. Well, that's you. I'm sorry.
It's crazy. Listen, I understand you love You love what you do for your client as an agent. I love what I
Uh-huh.
do for people as an agent and a mortgage broker. That's one
Yep.
of the reasons why I get into doing this, because I wanted to have as much information possible so I can help as many people that I can. And I realized being here, being able to have access to information to share with my people is better for me to help them. So basically, when it comes to qualification, you're like, okay, what do I have to do to qualify?
Mhm.
It's like normal FHA loan. The only difference is that instead of you bringing the money down, somebody give the money for you.
Mm.
You get a grant to do that. If you're not qualified for the grant, you have enough income. You can get the repayable where you repay that as a small second mortgage, but between what I've seen, what I've done,
Mhm.
between the two mortgages, they still lower than what you would pay for rent. So this is a great program for people to take advantage of.
So, what I'm hearing, it's not as complicated like I've heard some assistance programs can be. I like that.
Yes, they don't ask for your DNA, they don't ask for your firstborn child. It's just a basic information that you provide for FHA loan, and I process them and do them myself. And we've done a few of them. I have people that bring as low as $500 to closing. I have people that even get whatever what they pay as earnest deposit back at closing. It just depends on your situation,
Okay.
depends on what's going on with you. But I would tell you this, based on my experience, it is out there. It is not just South Carolina down payment assistance that is available to retail lender where you limit to what you can do.
Right.
So we also, as wholesalers, have access to that information, this type of program to help you to purchase your home.
Okay. And so no second lien on your property?
Just depends. If you
Okay.
do the non-repayable, there is no second lien.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you do the repayable, however, you have a small second lien. Let's say you get $15,000 in down payment assistance. That's a small mortgage for $15,000. And I would say that's the only time legally you're allowed to borrow money to put down to purchase a home. They
Wow.
always tell you you can borrow money to purchase a home,
Yep.
except money you borrow from the lender.
Yep.
But this time you're allowed to borrow the down payment if you do the repayable DPA program.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Awesome.
So we have a lot we can do. We have different programs that we have available, and I will at this point, So let's say, for example, we have John. He is a school teacher. He's making $50,000 a year. Okay, he has little debt, and he would like to purchase a home. However, he doesn't have $10,000, $15,000. Let's say he's buying a house for $300,000. So he doesn't have that money. So what we do, if he is qualified for the non-repayable DPA,
Mm-hmm.
we just take the application, make sure that his debt to income ratio follow the guidelines.
Okay.
And what we do, we basically say, John will help you. So we work with different agents. What we've done, especially this time on this market where you have is basically a buyer's market,
Mm-hmm.
have the seller pays for mostly, if not all, the closing costs.
Mm-hmm.
So John ended up having a house. Okay, you get $15,000, for example, as down payment.
Mm-hmm.
The seller paid $10,000 in closing costs. That's $25,000 that John does not have to use to purchase a home. He buys it, close on his home, is his own. He can paint the wall black, purple, pink, whatever he wants to. And he's paying himself rent, not paying the landlord's mortgage.
Okay. Amazing. Amazing. So you could essentially maybe purchase a house for under $3,000, literally.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have a lady, I don't want to name, I wish I could name her name, but she bought a house and she got $500 back. That's what she put down as the earnest deposit. She get it back. So you can buy a house where you don't have to get any money out of pocket as far as down payment, even closing costs, if your agent knows what to do to help you to get closing costs.
Wonderful. Okay.
Okay, so here's what happened. There are a few mistakes that people make. I don't know why, but and one thing that I've learned, I tend to not judge people because when you don't know better, you don't do better.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I would tell people is that once you choose to purchase a home, sit down with a professional that can help you.
Right.
Especially if you try to buy, don't take the agent out, start seeing houses until you get a pre-approval. It's a simple process. Once we get our desktop approval, we tell you, hey, we're good to go because we know where you need to be qualified for either of the programs. And then once we get that, at that point, we work on getting you, a list of all the documents that we need. So, and then to get you qualified. And the other thing too, you apply with the wrong lender. You go to a lender that cannot do what we do. I know I love them all. Especially retailers, they can only do what they offer. So we, on the other hand, we have different programs available that we can use. And you know what's so crazy? I even use that DPA program for a guy that is current in bankruptcy. He is currently in bankruptcy. We use the DPA program for him to purchase his home. He bought last July, and he's a happy homeowner today.
Wow.
So, the other mistake that people make, they ignore the agent usually. Don't ask the seller for closing costs. This is buyer's market, guys. Ask for closing costs. I usually tell people I ask for $10,000 at least. That's me. Because if the seller, let's say the seller only can give you 5,000, it would not hurt to increase the price by 5,000 so you can get 10,000 back to help you, to pay for a closing cost. So it's very, very good. It's very, very good to do that. Another mistake people make, they don't get pre-approved first. They get on their contract or look at 10, 15 houses to find out, hey, I'm sorry, you cannot buy. And you can attest as an agent how frustrating that can be.
That is the worst right there.
Yes, don't get in your car if that person is not pre-qualified or pre-approved with a lender, because that's a waste of your time.
100%. That's gold right there.
Yes. Yes. So again, we're here to help you. We're right here in Somerville. Okay, let's do this first. We're looking into bringing you information on a weekly basis, whether we have different things every week, but we just wanted to share with you how you can purchase a home without down payment. My goal is to make sure that we bring you enough valuable information to help you, to become a homeowner. Because listen, I don't care what people say. Real estate is the number one asset builder in the world, not just in the United States.
Yes.
Real estate is the number one asset builder. If you want to build wealth, you do not have real estate. I'm not saying that you're not building wealth, but it will take you way longer than you would take if you purchase a home and you own it for a couple of years, and next thing you know, have $100,000 to $300,000 equity in your home.
Absolutely. It has to be part of that portfolio. So let's fix that.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Always have real estate. I mean, it's like, okay, if you, the same way you would not rely on a rented car to go to work, to go everywhere you go, why would you rely on a rental house, a home that you rent, or an apartment that you rent to sleep? The same way you want your car, I want my private car to jump in to go wherever I want. I have you to have the same mindset. I want to own my own home so I can paint it the way, do whatever I want with my own home.
Okay? Awesome. So what's next? Next step.
The next step is give us a call. Give us a call, 843-900-1254. We'll be more than happy to help you. We'll share information with you and then tell you where to start, how to get there. And one thing that it would take about 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't take long. I would ask a couple questions. We would build. We don't take application. We build a financial profile. We build a profile for you to see where you at and what we can do to get you to where you need to you need to be to purchase a home. Second thing, you need to subscribe to our podcast. If you do that, we'll be able to send that information. You will each time we go live where we send a video, we'll be able to see what we share. It can only get better. We will have different people to educate you about how to purchase your home, how to be successful a homeowner, how you can start building wealth for yourself and your family.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ken. This is Dee. Thank you all for watching.
I am Ken. I will see you guys next week.